Imagine this, a message, crucial to the empire's survival, vanishes. Not stolen, not intercepted, but lost. In 1464. Impossible, you say. Not in Songhai. Under the reign of Sunni Ali, a sophisticated network of couriers, relay stations, and meticulous record-keeping ensured near-flawless communication across a territory larger than Western Europe. How did they do it? And what happened when their system failed? For centuries, the narrative of progress has been carefully curated, often at the expense of truth. A narrative that paints the continent of Africa as a land perpetually struggling, a land always playing catch-up. But beneath that veneer lies a history brimming with innovation, ingenuity, and sophisticated systems of governance that rivaled, and at times, surpassed those of Europe. The Songhai Empire, a name that may be unfamiliar to some, was a powerhouse. At its zenith, it stretched across West Africa, a tapestry of diverse cultures, languages, and resources woven together by astute leadership and an intricate web of administration. We often hear of European postal systems arising in the 16th and 17th centuries, but what if I told you, communication networks were flourishing in West Africa, centuries before the voyages of European explorers? Consider the logistical feat of governing an empire spanning thousands of kilometers. Rulers needed to communicate swiftly, efficiently, with distant governors, military commanders, and tax collectors. The lifeblood of any great empire is information. And the Songhai knew this intimately. Their solutions. A highly organized network of messengers and relay stations. Imagine, if you will, riders on horseback, traversing vast distances, carrying vital missives across the savannah. A dedicated courier service, ensuring seamless communication throughout the realm. While Europe was still grappling with rudimentary forms of correspondence, the Songhai Empire had already established a functioning system. Historians like Alumari detail the efficiency and speed with which messages traveled, sometimes covering hundreds of miles in a single day. Official decrees and important news, dispatched with remarkable speed using established routes. But here's where the narrative takes a sharp turn. The Songhai Empire, in the 15th century, long before the Pony Express, had not just a system of messengers, but a formalized, state-run postal service. Wait, what? Why does the story of empires past resonate today? Is it just dusty history, or does it whisper something profound about our present and our future? Consider this, while Europe was still grappling with the aftermath of the Black Death, West Africa was flourishing. The Mali Empire, predecessor to Songhai, stood as a beacon of wealth, learning, and sophisticated governance. Now, we are often told that Europe invented modernity, that wealth and innovation sprung solely from its soil. But what if the script was always more complex, more balanced? In 1300 AD, the Mali Empire's GDP was larger than England and France. Let that sink in. Mansa Musa's legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 wasn't just a display of religious devotion, it was a calculated demonstration of economic power. Gold, the lifeblood of nations, flowed freely from Mali, reshaping economies as far away as the Middle East. These weren't just isolated pockets of prosperity. The Mali Empire, like the Songhai that followed, had intricate systems of trade, law, and yes, even education. The University of Sankore in Timbuktu, a place of scholarly excellence attracting students from across continents. We are talking about a functioning institution of higher learning, thriving while European scholars were still debating the shape of the earth. So, why does all this matter now? Because it challenges the narratives we've been fed for generations. It reminds us that innovation, ingenuity, and economic prowess weren't the sole domain of any one continent. That Africa's contribution to the world story has been deliberately, systematically, minimized. But it gets even wilder. Imagine a system so advanced, so structured, that information flowed freely across vast distances. Even were making their way across the empire. Wait, what? You heard it right. So, the next time someone tries to tell you that Africa was a land of chaos before colonization, remember the Songhai Empire. Remember the meticulous record keeping, the efficient communication, and the sheer organizational prowess needed to run a postal service across vast distances in the 1400s. It's a testament to the ingenuity and sophistication that thrived on this continent long before outside interference. This legacy isn't just history, it's a source of pride and inspiration. It reminds us that innovation, efficiency, and connection are in our DNA. Want to delve deeper into these untold stories of African achievement? Unlock exclusive documentaries, articles, and community discussions by becoming an insider member at pornoafric.com/membership.html for just $9 a month. Discover your power. Subscribe for more African wealth stories. Globe showing Europe Africa Money Bag.